Kendall Oil Wing Sprint cars, IMCA modifieds. We had the IMCA Sport mods, and we had the dwarf cars, Southern Oregon Dwarf Car Association. All kinds of action in the dwarf car feature. All kinds of action. Now, Jesse Lawrence in the 88 made contact. I mean, there was a little bit of contact. Racing for position, by the way, with a quality driver. Nothing was intentional. There was a little bit of contact made. He touched the wall. The wall sucked him in and turned him over. He was a little roughed up, a little sore. Car a little worse off than he was, but he was okay, walked away. He's had a tough season. 3 cars this year that have been beat up, and want to wish him the best over the winter, getting the cars done. First and foremost, glad he's all right. Like I said, nothing real major, but there we go. Mr. Chadwick, how are you? Mr. Chadwick, are you there? Kellen, can you hear me?
Hear you.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I got you. Okay, sorry about that, bud. Hey, how's your night going?
It's going good so far.
Good deal. Well, for you listeners out there, on the phone right now is Chadwick. Chad, can we call you the GM of Antioch?
Well, yeah, I'm doing this open show, and I'm trying to get the racetrack for the next 4 years. So.
Okay. Well, first I want to wish
We're working on it.
Okay. I want to wish you the best of luck on that. Hey, I want to talk about this open show because this is a pretty big deal. First and foremost, before we get into that whole discussion, I want to talk about how quickly you've earned my respect and a lot of others around the West Coast for the move that you made, given what was originally planned. Moving that race from the original date, which was scheduled up against the Budweiser Nationals, and pushing it out 1 week, I think was a very, very smart move.
Yeah, I don't believe in running against other tracks when you're running a big show like this, because I would want them to respect me the way I would respect them.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't see running against another racetrack when they were doing an open show.
Well, you don't just hurt them; you hurt yourself.
Exactly.
Maximize your opportunities with the ability to draw more cars. Now, here's the thing: $7,500 to win this show for your modifieds.
Yeah, and I want to say one other thing. There's no minimum car count on this race.
So you could have 9 modified show up, and the winner's walking out with $7,500.
We're going to pay. We're going to pay it, and I'm not doing a minimum car count for the A mods or the B mods.
Wow. Unbelievable. That's incredible. That is incredible. So I want to talk to you a little bit more because all we know so far is the date of the show, which is
October 17th, 18th, and 19th. October 17th is just going to be a practice. We're going to have a barbecue. We're going to have cornhole, and we're going to have music.
Awesome. And the 18th and 19th?
Is going to be a practice. I mean, the race, it's going to be heat races with passing points. And the way this is going to work is, I'm sure they all know, but you're going to draw a number, and the number you draw is where you're going to start in the first heat race, and then it's going to be the opposite of the second heat race.
Full invert on heat 2.
You're going to accumulate passing points. And then we're going to take the top 2 out of each heat race, and the top 8 are going to redraw with a frisbee. We're going to have frisbees in front of the grandstands. They're going to draw, and whatever frisbee they draw is the starting position that they're going to have.
Okay, interesting. So basically, it's essentially the Wild West modified Speed Week format.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So then the top 4 that finish are going to be locked into Saturday's A main.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back Saturday, and we're going to line everybody up by points in the heat races. And the winner of each heat race is going to be locked into the main. And then we're going to run B mains. And we're going to take the top 4 out of each B main and lock them in. And then we're going to have a last chance race and take 2 out of that. Wow. So there's going to be a bunch of opportunities to make it into this race.
But you have to race your way in. That's the gig there.
Exactly.
Racing your way
in. And if
in.
you have a problem in one of the other races, you still have a chance to make it in through.
Right.
If you have a problem in the heat races, you still have a chance in the B mains and then the last chance race.
Well, and I think that's the benefit of a format like that. Given the fact you've got 2 races to accumulate, through heat races to get in, and then if you don't, you go through your B main and all that. It's
right.
Definitely the fans will definitely get their money for the show. There's no doubt about that. I think your stands will probably be packed for this one.
I hope so.
Can you give us? Here's the thing: we know $7,500 to win. Can you kind of give us a breakdown, maybe like the top 5 or so for your?
So it's $7,500 to win, and it's $500 to start.
Okay.
When you start the A main, and then the breakdown is going to be 3,700, 1,800, 925, 750, 650, 600, 550, 525, and then 10th on back is 500.
Wow.
I got goosebumps.
That's damn good money is what that is.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
no, it's not going to be. It's a big purse, and we're hoping that we get a lot of support from it. I mean, it's probably the biggest paying race on the West Coast.
I would have to agree with that right now at this point.
Oh,
that's hands down got to be the truth. That is fantastic on the payout.
And we hope to make it bigger and better each year.
Well, that's a hell of a start. No doubt about it.
No, exactly.
So how
I was a racer, and back in the day, it seemed like we did 2 days with open shows and stuff, and now it seems like it's just one day. A lot of the tracks just went to 1 day open shows, and I don't know. I didn't like the format. I didn't like the way they did it, and I think it's going to be something good.
I think we're on the same team there. I have to agree with you 100%. The 1 day big shows they don't live up to the hype first and foremost. And typically what you see is a lot of chaos when you see those 1 day shows.
Very rushed.
So, yeah. Man, awesome deal.
So now we are going to pay out on Friday also for the main, for the if we have enough cars, we'll have 16 cars starting in that main, and it's going to pay out. I think it's 5 to win, and it goes down to 3. It drops pretty quick, but that's not the big race. The big race is Saturday.
It's getting into the show to get that 7,500.
Exactly.
Man, I really watch your page on Facebook. I see what you guys are doing, and we do have some contacts down that way that I talk to regularly. And I have got to compliment you guys on some of the track prep that you guys have been doing, because I know in the past that the track service itself, with the unique clay that you guys have on that track, it's been an issue at times with rutting up or whatever it may be. Watching the last couple of races and the videos and the information I've seen, you guys have really got to jump on that, and the track service looks phenomenal with the sheep's foot you guys have been using. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, we're using the sheep's foot, and actually we're going to get the sheep's foot back again the week before this event happens, and we've widened the track, and I just got to thank one guy for doing a lot of this, and that's Larry Adams. He puts a lot of effort into this, and his heart and soul. And people don't realize how much this guy does, but he's like the backbone down there.
He is a hard-working son of a gun, no doubt about that.
I got to thank him for that, because I don't think he gets enough appreciation for what he does.
Well, and he does, like you said, he does a lot. He's not just there on race day. He's out there 3 days a week.
He doesn't just go and water the track and help prep the track, but he runs and gets parts and gets headsets and does all this stuff, and he's a lot of that operation. He really is.
That's awesome. I know that you guys are blessed to have him, no doubt about it, and his passion for racing and that track in particular. He does a great job down there. And another thing I wanted to touch base with you on about, just a quick little compliment, your son Kellen, the R. Charles in Southern Oregon. What a show he put on.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So.
He from the back of the B, literally the back row of the B to the front of the A, and winning the $5,000 was something to watch. I know that you in his early years traveled the country with him and late models and modifieds, and ran some of the big stuff back east with some of the bigger name drivers, and really developed him. I mean, he is quite the driver.
Oh yeah, no, he's one of the top drivers, definitely. Yeah, Yeah, he's definitely good.
Is he going to be there for the 7,500?
No, they said his sponsor said he is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I know he was going back to that Hope 74 deal too.
Yeah, I guess they're leaving Saturday for that.
It's a long road to Arkansas.
Yeah, they're going to Iowa first, I guess, and picking up some cars or something. I really don't know what they're doing there, and then they're going to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Is what I was told, but yeah.
Quite the deal for him. I wish him the best back there, and representing the West Coast. He's definitely got the talent.
Mm-hmm.
But what made you want to get into the promotions game?
Well, I quit racing in 2004. I hurt my back, and I basically couldn't race anymore. But I still love racing, and I want to have the drivers come, and I want to still be a part of it. And this is the way I feel I can be a part of it. If I start going into promoting and making it back the way it used to be back in the old day. I want to try and have B mains and C mains, and because when I raced back at Antioch, it was NASCAR, I think it was, and you didn't go to that racetrack making the main event. You had to race your way in every night, and I want it to be back like that, and everyone mingled in the pits, and everyone got along with everyone, and I want it to be a friendly atmosphere again, and have everybody talk to everybody, everyone get along with everybody, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons I'm doing this pit party, is to try and get everyone to mingle together and have fun. Camaraderie, and developing a positive environment will definitely bring them back to your racetrack, no doubt. No, exactly.
Man, it sounds like you've got the right thought, the train of thought, and then the drive, and I'm excited to see what's going on and what's going to happen for the future of that racetrack. Because go ahead.
John, he's trying to retire. He wants to get out of it and everything. And I told him, I said, I want to take it over. I'd like to take it over, and so he's working with me on it. So
very cool. Well, I wish you the best.
I think it's going to work out. I hope so.
I think so too. Do you want to give some sponsor shout outs for this big race you're putting on, the West Coast Nationals?
Well, we're starting to get sponsors and stuff. Chet and Beverly at Delta Transmission, they came on board. It's going to be O'Reilly Auto Parts is helping us out. The Casey's Auto Body. There's some body shops and stuff, and there's some. I still have to hit a lot of guys up. I haven't done that yet. And we're more than willing to, if someone wants to sponsor something for this race, we'll do that. I got Performance Bodies and Speedway Motors that are helping us out. So I think it's going to be good.
Well, I think really you're going to set a new standard.
I hope so.
I do too. I'd like to see. I'd like to see those big shows out here on the West Coast. We get a lot of them back there, especially when you talk about Boone, the big Boone Super Nationals, and you get a lot of the big races in the Midwest and back east. But out west, it's just kind of, it's kind of the wild, wild west, and people scheduling against each other, and people.
We're like the stepchilds out here on the west,
right?
And the other thing is it seems like these promoters are a little greedy, and you don't have to be like that. The racers are putting the show on for you. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Hello?
Everybody? Yeah. I think you just silenced the room. Yeah.
He just said what everybody usually thinks.
That's right.
In this group.
Man, I want to wish you the best of luck on this. It sounds like you're really doing it the right way, and you got the right frame of mind. And
I'm trying. I want to make it great again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's funny.
I just wish you'd push it back 1 week so I can make that race. I'll be in Hawaii when that race is going on, and I'd really like to be there. So can we push this back a week?
Yeah. next year, if everything works out good, I think I want to move it up a week or 2 weeks to the 5th, or somewhere around the 5th of October. So,
okay.
But that's a whole year away, so we'll have to see. And if it turns out to be good this time of the year, then maybe we'll just go back with the same date, or close to it.
I think you're going to be fine. I think we're given that kind of money and the format. I know a lot of the modified guys on the Speed Week, the Wild West Speed Week deal really like that format, and it works out well. I mean, as far as the racing and the show that the fans get, it works out well, and I think it'll be a good thing for you down there, bud.
Well, I hope